Alright, so here we have Lisa. So your body position is pretty good. Your body position, meaning your hips and your legs are pretty high in the water, which keeps you streamlined. And you're extending forward really pretty well. When you are doing your arm recovery, that's when your arm is out of the water with that right arm especially. See how your hand swings way up over your head? That can put a little extra strain on your shoulder. And when you do that, it might cause your body to just drop slightly. It doesn't look like that's affecting your body position while you're doing that, but it's something to work on. There's a drill called fingertip drag drill where you drag your fingers along the top of the water just to try and eliminate that motion. Your head position is really good. The things I'm looking at, so your head is not bobbing around, it's not ducking under the water, it's very stable, and your breathing is very comfortable and rhythmic. So extension, body position, head movement, all very good. Most people can get a little bit more extension out of their stroke, so that's when you reach forward. The way I can see that is there any space in between your shoulder and your head or your chin when you're reaching forward? And there is a little bit. That's some of it is flexibility, some of it is just thinking about it when you swim. There's not a whole bunch of kicking going on from a triathlon perspective. That's all right. It is helpful if you have a strong, like 2-beat kick.
That's good.
Or sometimes even a 4-beat kick, because there's a little bit of kicking there. What you don't want to do is just let your legs drag. When you have a wetsuit on, that's okay, but when you're swimming regular, you do want to have some kick because it helps with propulsion as well as the balancing of the stroke. So you're getting pretty good extension or rotation. That's what we can see from this angle. Rotation meaning when you extend forward with the forward reaching arm, does your other arm, the finishing arm, rotate back so that you get sort of on your side for a little bit when you're swimming? That's a more streamlined position, and you're doing a good job there. So underwater, this is where you have a lot of room for improvement. This stroke is what most swim coaches refer to as a elbow drop or an elbow slip or an elbow leading the stroke. So what goes on here is you reach forward, and then as you pull your arm back, your elbow is kind of moving ahead of your forearm or in front of your forearm. So what happens is your hand and your forearm don't angle downwards towards the bottom of the pool really at any point in the stroke. With your left arm, you're pulling in under your body somewhat, which will give you some traction or leverage or grip on the water. But your right arm is more or less sort of, I'm confusing my right and my left. Your right arm is more or less slipping through the water. So the way to improve that is to work on that high elbow catch or early vertical forearm that I was talking about with you. You can practice those motions that we did on the pool deck. So from the front, the line you're pulling through, the way you're pulling through the water is good, but the forearm and hand position is what needs work. I'm going to send you a link to underwater video of some more experienced swimmers so you can see what sort of angle I'm talking about. But yeah, everything about your stroke is good except the catch. So that's the biggest area you have for improvement. So here we have catch-up drill. Catch-up drill is good for working on extension, which you're doing a great job, and then really doing your best to get a high elbow catch, early vertical forearm. From above water here, I could see that you're still doing an elbow slip or elbow leading the stroke. That's not you. Sorry. One arm drill. This one's good for building strength.
There you go.
So here you're getting a slightly better catch with your left arm. You can visually watch when you're swimming. You can look at what your hand and arm are doing. If you look and you don't see your hand and forearm pointed straight down at the bottom of the pool, or nearly straight down at the bottom of the pool, at some point in the stroke, then your forearm is not getting the leverage that you're looking for. When an analogy is, imagine you're pulling yourself up a wall. So you're going to pull yourself up to the top of the wall. To do that, you have to put your hands on top of the wall and then pull your body up. The way you're swimming at the moment is more like putting your hands on top of the wall and then sliding your forearms along the surface of the wall. So here, I think we just had you try and think about the catch and a good extension. It looks like the catch is better. So you do have to concentrate on it. But the more you practice it, the easier it becomes, and then you can integrate it into your stroke every time you swim. But like I said, everything about your stroke is good. The area for improvement is the catch mechanics. Body position is good, head position is good, forward reach is good, rotation, all these are good. So all your stroke improvement or technique improvement needs to be with the catch. All right, so you can see good extension, maybe a little more rotation to your side there. That's all right. And then see how that see how that hand and forearm are angled. So at that point, you want your hand and forearm angled down, but they're not really. And then your left arm, good extension. Beginning of the catch. So you're doing a better catch mechanism here, or mechanics here. It's still, and now your elbow is leading the stroke back. So your hand and forearm got closer to being vertical relative to the bottom of the pool with the left arm. Still not quite there. So at the moment, your left arm pull is better than your right arm pull.